Hi, I'm Chris McBrien.
And I'm Derek Myers.
Here at Pop Goes Your World, we've received a lot of great feedback on how much people enjoy the trivia segments that we do at the end of every episode.
So we've decided to go back and put together compilations of the Fun with Yancey and Fun with Caveman segments we've done over the years as a set of bonus episodes.
We hope you enjoy the fun. Episode 124, Aliens Movie Review.
Fun with Caveman.
So as you mentioned, we had some technical issues and we weren't able to bring Kaye on to review the whole movie with us. But I thought that, obviously we would bring her on now to be able to do some trivia. So Kaye, thanks very much for joining us.
Hi, podcast audience.
It's great to have you here, Kaye. I will
thank you so much for having me, Chris.
And obviously what I want to do is, I know that you two are very competitive, so I wanted to pit you two against each other. So that's what I decided to do. Because you're both so good at these trivia things, and you're a married couple, so we got to have some fun. Now, the thing is, you can't just blurt out the answer. If you think you know the answer, you have to say 2, which represents a sequel. Okay, so you say 2, and then I will call on you to answer. And by the way, my judgments are final, no arguing, okay?
Oh, wow.
All right, so here's the premise. I'm going to name a movie, and you have to name the sequel. Okay? So if there's like a movie that has more than one sequel, I'm just looking for the movie like right after it. So if I was to say Jaws 2, you would say?
Jaws
2.
3.
You would say 2, correct.
Say 2.
Derek, you have the
Jaws
floor.
Jaws 2 The Revenge.
No, it's Jaws 3D. You're wrong.
You said Jaws 2.
I said Jaws 2, and the sequel to that would be?
Oh, the sequel. No. Okay.
Jaws 3D.
Jaws 3D.
Okay, so if you think you know the answer, say 2, and I'll call on you.
2.
And I'll keep score, and whoever wins gets because it's a sequel thing here, right? Gets a DVD of Titanic 2.
Is that Titanic 2 Electric Boogaloo?
It is. It's such a good movie. Since you guys are married, obviously, whoever wins, the other person still gets to enjoy the brilliance of Titanic 2. So everybody wins in this game. Okay, so you got it? I name the movie. You name the sequel. Go. National Lampoon's Vacation.
2.
Derek.
National Lampoon's European Vacation.
Correct. 1 for Derek, none for Kaye. Meet the Parents.
2.
Kaye.
Meet the Fockers.
Correct. Tied at 1 apiece. Mad Max.
2.
Yes, Kaye.
Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
I'm sorry, that's not correct.
I know it. 2.
Yes.
Mad Max, The Road Warrior.
The Road Warrior is correct. Next one. The Fast and the Furious.
2.
Derek.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Derek is correct. 3 for Derek, 1 for Kaye. Okay. Night of the Living Dead. What's the sequel?
2.
Yes, Kaye.
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead is correct.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
I know my zombie movies.
I know you do.
American Graffiti. What's the sequel to American
Boogaloo?
I'm supposed to say 2. 2.
Oh, 2.
Derek.
Break into Electric Boogaloo.
That is incorrect. Kaye, do you know the answer?
Oh, I think I know it, actually.
You're both incorrect.
It's More American Graffiti.
More American Graffiti. That's correct. You already had a chance.
Too late after I gave my joke answer.
All right. The Silence of the Lambs.
2.
Derek.
Hannibal.
Hannibal is correct. 4-2 for Derek right now. Dirty Harry. What's the sequel?
2.
Yes, Derek.
Is it Tightrope?
It is not Tightrope. Kaye, would you like to answer? The sequel to Dirty Harry is?
Well, I'll say 2. Magnum Force, whatever that thing's called.
Magnum Force from 1973 is correct. Very good. All right, 4-3 for Derek. Before Sunrise. What's the sequel?
2.
Yes, Derek.
Oh, I beat you. Before Midnight.
No, you are not correct. Kaye, would you like a shot?
Sunset.
Before Sunset is correct. You are now tied. What is the sequel to Chinatown?
2.
Yes, Derek.
The Two Jakes.
The two Jakes is correct. 5-4. What is the sequel to The Love Bug?
2.
Yes, Derek.
Herbie Goes Bananas.
Incorrect. Kay, would you like to take a chance?
Herbie Goes to Las Vegas?
I'm sorry, you're both incorrect. It's Herbie Rides Again from 1974. Speaking of 1974, Benji. What is the sequel to Benji?
Sorry, Benji?
Yes, Benji.
Dude.
What? Yes, Derek.
Is it Benji the Hunted?
It is not. Good guess, though. Kay.
That was a real Benji movie.
It was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No, I have no idea.
It was 1977's For the Love of Benji. Okay.
For the love of Benji,
Benji.
I had no idea that was the answer.
All right. What's the sequel to Highlander?
2.
Yes, Kay.
Highlander 2, The Quickening.
Very good. We have a tie game. 5-5. What is the sequel to Elizabeth? 1998's Elizabeth. What is this? Yes, Derek.
Oh. I was going to just joke and say Elizabeth 2, but it actually had a title. I can't remember what it is. Elizabeth 2. I don't remember what the rest of the title was.
It is not Elizabeth 2 Electric Boogaloo.
No, it's...
Kay.
It's
Kay, do you have a guess?
No, the first one had Clive Owen. Second one did?
Second one had Clive Owen.
Ah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, sorry, I can't remember.
It was 2007's Elizabeth the Golden Age.
Oh,
The
yeah,
last
yeah.
one. This is the tiebreaker. It's tied 5-5. Do we have a tiebreaker? What is the sequel to 1984's Purple Rain?
2.
Yes, Derek.
Cherry Moon.
You are incorrect. Kay,
Oh.
you have a chance. What is the sequel to Purple Rain?
Is it Under the Cherry Moon?
It is not, unfortunately.
Is
It
it
is.
Sign of the Times?
It's 1990's Graffiti Bridge.
Oh.
Oh.
So we have ourselves a
So
tie.
that's the sequel to American Graffiti.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
So we have ourselves a tie at 5-5.
Hey!
The good news is
Clarity, baby.
Yeah.
you will win
Well,
a.
we're tied at being better than Chris.
Yep, you will win a copy of the DVD of Titanic 2, which you will both be able to enjoy either way. So it's all good. We had a tie. Go figure. I even gave you an odd number of topics
fun.
here, trying to get it, but I tried to make them as hard as I could. Episode 125: Movie Songs.
Fun with Caveman.
All right, so some of the best songs in movies, Derek, come during the opening credits, right? But however, some of the best songs also come during the closing credits. And some songs are actually used in both the opening and the closing credits. So here's the game that we're going to play.
Not
this week.
often, but yes,
Yep.
you're right. Yes.
Here's the game that we're going to play. So Derek, I'm going to mention a song.
I know where this is going. This is going to be difficult. Yeah, keep going.
It's easy. You get easy choices. I'm going to mention the song and the movie it comes from, and you have to tell me if the song is from the opening credits, the closing credits, or both.
Boy. Okay.
Now, it
I
doesn't
think it's gonna be a
include.
lot more difficult.
I'm not going to. This doesn't include any instrumental versions of the song either.
Okay,
It's got to be the song itself.
Okay.
Okay, so the actual song. It just can't be like a little bit of an instrumental piece of the song. So it's the whole song. Okay? Super easy.
Fire away.
Easy? Okay, here we go. Lethal Weapon from Lethal Weapon in 1987.
That's just at the end.
It is just in the closing credits. You are correct.
Honeymoon Suite, man. I'm not going to screw up that answer.
Exactly. Good Canadian band. Okay.
Yep.
Footloose from Footloose in 1984. Opening credits, closing credits, or both?
I got to be honest. I haven't actually seen Footloose start to finish in like 30 years.
Oh, okay.
I honestly don't remember it being at the beginning, so I'm gonna say just the end.
No, it's just at the opening. Remember with all the feet? All the feet moving?
No, I honestly I don't remember.
Oh my goodness. Okay, here's one that we just absolutely love. A movie that you and I both love. We did a full-length commentary on this movie on Caddyshack from 1980. I'm All Right. Is it in the opening credits, the closing credits, or both?
It's definitely in the opening credits because it's the groundhog doing the little dance.
Yes, he is.
The end. I think it's probably used at the end because I can't remember any other songs for the movie. I mean, there was I think they did a Journey song on Rodney Dangerfield's little radio, but
Yep.
I'm going to say just the beginning.
No, it's both.
Damn it. I knew it was.
Yeah, it comes in the end as well. Okay, here's one that you mentioned earlier in the podcast so far. From Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 1985.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they definitely use that in the closing credits when Rooney's on the bus. I just got to think of how the movie begins. The movie is no. The opening song for that one was "Love Missile F111," which is not that. So definitely just the closing.
You are correct. It's just in the closing credits.
It's scary the kind of useless knowledge I have for some of these things.
All right, here's one that I don't think you're going to know, but I got to challenge you with this one.
Sure.
Science fiction double feature from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Opening credits, closing credits, or both?
I'm going to say just the opening.
You are correct. Good guess.
Yeah, because I remember the ending and I couldn't remember the beginning, so that was my guess, yeah.
The beginning is the lips singing the song. Okay.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
If You Were Here by the Thompson Twins from 16 Candles. Opening credits, closing credits, or both?
Wow. I'm trying to think of how that movie starts and finishes. Finishes with her, with the two of them sitting on the counter with the birthday cake, and they kiss, and then it fades to black. And what was the name of the song again?
If You Were Here by the Thompson Twins.
I honestly don't remember how that movie starts. I mean, they're all hectic for the wedding, and I'm going to say just the beginning.
No, it's just the closing credits when she's kissing him.
I can't even think of the song. I'd have to hear it.
Oh, you would know it if you were here.
When you gave me the title, I thought, well, that doesn't sound like something you would sing when you get what you want. That sounds like something at the beginning where you would be like, if you were here.
I know. It's such a disconnect
Trick
because
question, man.
the song doesn't. I know.
Question.
The song doesn't seem to fit the end of the movie, but it just works so well. Okay, this is a movie that we covered on the podcast before. Fight the Power from Do the Right Thing. Opening credits, closing credits, or both?
Well, definitely opening credits because you got the Rosie Perez boxing dancing. So that definitely the opening. How do the ending credits go? You know what? They use that song so often in the movie. I don't think they would stop for the end credits. I think they're going to use it in both.
The closing credits were Never Explain Love by Al Jarreau.
All right,
incorrect.
I've only ever seen the movie the one time, and yeah.
Here's a song that, or a movie that we talked about earlier with The Graduate, The Sound of Silence.
That's definitely the end. Again, I've only seen The Graduate like once or twice. I'm going to say just the end.
No, it's actually both. Remember at the beginning, he's moving along on the People Mover?
I don't remember the beginning at all.
Yeah, so it's both.
I'm trying to block that out. I didn't care for the movie.
All right. Well, here's one that you mentioned as your favorite song in a movie of all time, which was My Heart Will Go On from Titanic. Is it the beginning opening credits, closing credits, or both?
Well, I'm trying to think of how does the movie start? The movie starts in the present day. I don't think they used the lyrics at the beginning. I think it was just the instrumental. And based on your rules, that wouldn't count. So I'm going to say just the ending.
Good interpretation of the rules.
There we go. Okay.
Yes, because they used an instrumental version at the beginning.
Yeah.
But it's just at the end when you actually hear the song.
Yeah.
So very, very good. Okay, Stand By Me from Stand By Me.
Absolutely in the end credits. Absolutely. Because the credits, it's like he finishes writing the book. He goes out in the yard to play with the kids. Stand By Me is playing as the credits roll. That I remember 100%.
You are 100% correct. Very good. Very good. Okay, the last one that I have for you here is a more recent film. So you should be able to get this. Iron Man from Iron Man in 2008.
Just the end, because at the beginning it's Back in Black by AC/DC, but the end is Iron Man.
You are incorrect. It was in both.
No, you're wrong.
Am I wrong?
Challenge. I'm challenging. Official challenge.
I'm getting challenged on this.
You are wrong.
I did some research. I even looked on YouTube and I got the opening.
You are wrong. And I'm challenging, and on next week's episode, you will make an official correction and apology for having that one wrong. Hey, we've got questions wrong before, but
yeah, but
wrong.
And the thing is, anything that happens after 1989, I don't know anyway, so I got to look it up. So I wouldn't know. So you're probably right. So maybe I screwed that one up. Episode 126, Big Movie Review.
Fun with Caveman.
Okay, so it's over to you this week, which means I'm going to be on the reciprocating end of the trivia. So I think maybe that might call for me to actually have a drink for this. So what have you got lined up, my friend?
All right. So as you mentioned earlier in the movie, there have been a number of, we'll call them body swapping films, and in most cases they are comedies. And
Right.
in the
Hold on, I
mid-80s
need to open a beverage for this.
There you go.
Okay.
And in the mid 80s, there were a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gone through and pulled a list of, I think there's 11 or 12 on my list that fall into this category. Again, most comedies, but not all. And in some cases, the idea was so popular, they have made and remade some of these ones over and over again. And so I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm going to ask you to identify the body swap. I'll call them body swapping. In some cases, it's going to be like this one, where it's a kid becomes a grown-up, or a grown-up becomes a kid, or the man becomes the girl, and the girl becomes the man, or whatever it might be. That is the common thread of these questions. All of these movies have some sort of character swapping element to the story, and we'll go from there. And I think some of them you might know, and maybe you're going to blank on the title. Other ones, because they're a little newer, you may just have never heard of. But we'll see. We'll see where we go from here. We'll see how you do. So you ready to? You ready for this? Okay. The first two I think are sort of lob balls, because I think we talked about both of these in the course of our discussion. So. The first one, in this 1996 film,
Okay.
one of the actors who was originally considered for the lead role in Big plays a 10-year-old boy who has the body of a 40-year-old man due to a genetic disorder. Name the movie.
And that was 96?
96. So you probably haven't seen it, but I'm hoping the little big wink wink hint might help.
I don't know.
The answer is Jack. And the actor was Robin Williams, who, believe it or not, was one of the people considered to play Josh in
Oh,
Big.
wow.
Yep. All right. This one, I need two movies in the answer, and I'm going to read you the question. So, in 1987, Dudley Moore and Kirk Cameron are father and son who swap bodies. Not to be outdone, the concept is recycled 1 year later in 1988, when Judge Reinhold and Fred Savage are the father and son duo to swap bodies.
Yes.
I want you to name both movies and specify which one is which.
So Like Father, Like Son is Dudley Moore's movie. And Vice Versa was Judge Reinhold's movie.
You're correct. You're correct, Uncle. Nicely done.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Okay, now some of these I know are a little newer. You may not know them, but I'm going to throw them at you anyway.
I'll do my best.
Okay, this one's from 2002. In this body-swapping comedy, Saturday Night Live alumnus Rob Schneider switches bodies with the exceptionally attractive Rachel McAdams. Name the movie.
I've never seen it, but I'm pretty sure it's called The Hot Chick.
Yes, it is. It is called The Hot
So
Chick.
stupid. Oh,
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but the trailer looked dumb.
Rob Schneider sucks.
All right. This one, okay, I got some comments about this after I ask you the question. So, okay, in this 1991 comedy, a sexist womanizer is killed by one of his former lovers and then reincarnated as a woman played by Ellen Barkin. Her former friend, Jimmy Smits, takes advantage of her, and the two have a baby together. Name the 1991 film.
I have no idea.
Okay, it's called The Switch. And
Never heard of it.
so I remember seeing it on video years and years ago, and the whole idea is that the male character that Ellen Barkin was before she became a woman and Jimmy Smits are like these two really sleazy womanizers who like hit on women and lie to women and then take them home and have sex with them. And so when he comes back as Ellen Barkin, Jimmy Smits can't see past the fact that this attractive woman was once his friend who was a dude. He just doesn't believe it. And of course, he takes advantage of her. He gets her drunk. He brings her home. He has sex with her. And she's like, dude, like, what the hell? And he's like, oh, yeah, you totally wanted it. It's like, it is so inappropriate. And then she ends up having this baby, which is a big part of the story. And does not hold up by any stretch of the imagination. So anyway, on to something a little more light and humorous. Okay, 2004. In this 2004 film, a 13-year-old girl makes a wish on her birthday and wakes up the next day as her older self, played by Jennifer Garner.
Oh, Jennifer Garner's movie. Oh, I
still
saw
pines
this.
for her boyfriend, who is now played by Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo. I don't watch a lot of new movies, but I remember watching that. It was 13 going on 30. really liked that movie a lot. Jennifer Garner was so great in that movie.
And they have the whole Thriller dance sequence. Which,
Oh, so good.
yeah. It was one of these fun ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Similar theme, genders changed. In this 2009 film, Matthew Perry from Friends has a chance to help his kids as they struggle through high school when he transforms into his younger self, played by Zac Efron. Name the movie.
I have no idea.
It's called 17 Again. And if you believe that
it's
Matthew
like 18
Perry
again.
ever had the body of Zac Efron, you are on the same drugs that Matthew Perry was on in the 90s.
Jeez. Just a ripoff of 18 again, right?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Okay. This one, I'm kind of hoping you get this one because we may have to watch this movie at some point in the not too distant future. This 1999 film, which was nominated for 3 Academy Awards, including Best Director and Best Screenplay, stars John Cusack and Cameron Diaz, and as they are able to enter the body of a 2-time Oscar-nominated actor who is whose name is a part of the title of the film.
I've seen this movie actually, and it was actually one of the most bizarre films I've ever seen, but it was also quite interesting. It was Being John Malkovich. Yes, I remember that movie.
Yeah, it was strange. I remember seeing it in the theater with my wife. All right. In this,
I remember like all the offices and stuff they worked in were like really small and like narrow, and they had to like crouch down.
They were on the 7.5th floor.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here's an easy one. And I mean, like, if you get this wrong, you got to hand in your pop culture license.
Okay.
In this 1988 comedy, George Burns gets to inhabit the body of his grandson, played by Charlie Schlatter.
Well, that was 18 again.
Yeah, which you just mentioned. Yeah. So I'm like, this is an easy one. Okay. I got 2 more to go here,
Sure.
Both of which I think you're going to get. These are both questions which require 2 movie answers. In the 2003 version of this body-swapping comedy, it's Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan who trade places.
Okay.
But in the 1976 original, it's Barbara Harris and Jodie Foster who swap bodies.
Yeah. Got it.
Same name for both movies. What is it?
It was the Jodie Foster one that got me. It's Freaky Friday. Yes.
So yeah, Freaky Friday from 2003 and Freaky Friday from 1976. I've seen the 1976 version. I liked it a lot. I have not seen the 2003 version.
I'm with you. I have not seen the 2003 one either.
All right. And here's another one. I want 2 movies out of this answer. I think one of them is going to be an easy one. I think the other one you're just not going to get because it's a little too new for you. Okay. The original 1978 film starred Warren Beatty as a Los Angeles Rams quarterback accidentally taken away from his body by an over-anxious angel before he was meant to die, who gets to return to life in the body of a recently murdered millionaire. In the 2001 remake, it's Chris Rock, who comes back as an old white man who falls in love with Oscar winner Regina King. I want the name of both movies.
Okay, now you got me because Heaven Can Wait.
Yes.
Is the one from 1978. I love
You'd
that
get
movie.
that one.
Oh, it's so good. It was nominated for Best Picture. It's such a good movie. I thought you were going to go with the old one, which was Here Comes Mr. Jordan. But the new one was Down to Earth.
Yeah, it was Down to
Yes.
Earth.
Oh,
you got it.
yes.
Woo!
Got it.
Good job.
Yay.
Good job. I was sure you were not going to get that one. So.
I thought you were going to go with the old one. It was like Here Comes Mr. Jordan from like the 30s. Episode 127, Guardians of the Galaxy movie review.
Fun with Caveman.
Okay, I mentioned earlier that during the opening credits, I realized how many well-known actors were in this movie. Right? There's a lot, right? So it made me realize that, you know what we need to do? We haven't done this for a while. So we need to play a round of the winner's circle from the $100,000 pyramid. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you lists of movies, okay? And each group of lists I give you all have the same actor in them. And the tie-in to this week's podcast is that all these actors appeared in Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, so I'm going to give you a list of movies. You name the actor that was in them. And this actor was in Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay?
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Go. In and Out. Reversal of Fortune. Dangerous Liaisons. The Big Chill.
Glenn Close.
Yes. Sicario. The Usual
Benicio
Suspects.
del Toro.
The A-Team.
Bradley Cooper.
Yes. Boogie Nights. The Aviator.
John C. Reilly.
Yes. Saving Private Ryan. The Fast and the Furious.
Oh, Vin Diesel.
X-Men. The Incredible Hulk. Fantastic Four. Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 3.
Oh, Stan Lee.
Yes, you got it! You just won $100,000.
All right. In record time.
That was fast. That was great time. You just zipped through those things.
Thanks for listening to Pop Goes Your World. You can contact Chris and Derek at popgoesyourworld.com. Please take a minute and review the podcast on iTunes or wherever you download and listen to the show.